Hey everybody, Jeremy here from Shade Tree Vintage Auto and DD Auto and Salvage, and it's kind of a sad day. The Super Coupe caught fire. So from here, nothing really looks bad other than you can see that the windshield might be a little bit fogged and whatnot, discolored. But I'm not sure if it was a mouse or if it was the voltage regulator, or not regulator, amp meter gauge. But definitely had a dash fire, as you can see. And yeah, it really sucks. It's not that much damage, but it also is a lot of damage. Obviously the car is full of smoke damage and whatnot. Luckily, one of the concrete guys was driving past, because it was actually just sitting here parked, and one of the concrete drivers drove past and had onboard water, and we were able to get it out. But anyway, I know a lot of people have questioned like who I have for insurance, or just who people use for insurance on their classic cars. And I use Hagerty, and I've never had any claims or anything with them. So this is going to be a good learning experience for all of us, because we'll be able to actually see how Hagerty handles this situation and whatnot. So it's going to be a good learning experience. So hopefully we can turn that unfortunate event into something positive. Anyway, yeah, so follow along. Well everybody, an update on the Super Coupe and Hagerty. So this happened just yesterday. Already been on the phone with Hagerty. They sent me an app to take pictures of the car and all of the damage. Really friendly, great service. She did tell me right up front that the likelihood of it being a total loss is very high because it was a fire. I did find out that I have the cherished policy on this car, which means I get to keep it at no cost. So they're going to just pay me out the total value, the agreed value on that car, and I can keep it with no questions asked. The only question she asked was if I wanted to keep it or if I wanted to let it go, and she even said, I'm pretty sure you probably want to keep it. And I said yes. So now I'm just gonna be waiting for an update from them on the app that they sent me. So they're not even having an adjuster come look or anything like that. I did everything myself right on my phone. Super easy. So far everything seems like it's really smooth, and I'm really happy with Hagerty. Nothing bad to say yet, so that's really good. And then she said it would be pretty quick, so probably next week we'll have an answer of whether it's a total loss and all of that good stuff, and go from there. Okay everybody, so it's been about 3.5 weeks since the fire, and so I'm going to tell you some things that I learned about working with insurance in general, as well as the classic car. So they decided, due to the rarity of the car, not to do a complete write-off on it. So we're just going to do the parts and labor. And the initial check was going to be like $6,800. And then I made the mistake of saying I was going to do the work myself. So going forward, never say that you're going to do the work yourself, because that brought the check down from $6,800 to $4,300, and that was even adding on other parts. What they do is they look at what your average rate is at like a body shop and everything, and then they deduct a whole bunch if you tell them you're going to do it yourself. Even adding parts and adding a couple extra hours, the decrease in the labor brought the check down close to $2,500. So just tell them you're taking it to a shop, whether you're doing it yourself or not. Now there are some things that they'll do for supplemental. So if it ends up costing more than what they initially kind of estimated, they will send supplemental checks if you have all the proof of that. Another thing that I learned is They will do all of the research for parts. They will not give you any hourly rate or anything for researching price, parts, anything on your own. So there's really nothing that you can do there. In this example, I found that they were using eBay mostly, as well as a few other places. But they'll send you the link of all the parts. They'll send you all the information so that you know where the parts are. But the big thing that I learned is most definitely don't tell them you're doing your work yourself, because they'll just send you a check. In fact, they sent me the initial check for the $6,800 and then canceled it and sent me the new one for like $4,300. Now, if I'm honest, I don't feel that $4,300 would have actually covered my labor as well as all the parts. So I'm a little disappointed in what they said or what they came to. But I mean, what can you really do? I talked to them on the phone several times trying to get a little bit better rate as my labor, because where I do this as a living or for a living and work on these cars all the time, I feel that I should have been paid a little bit more, but it is what it is. Anyway, just don't tell them you're doing the work yourself. If you're going to, if you were to take it to a shop, it's going to take you a lot longer than if you were to just fix it yourself. Luckily, because I deal with these cars all the time, finding the parts isn't really a big deal for me, other than there was a couple little things that were damaged in the fire that are a little bit tough to find, such as the wiring harness in this dash has to be 1978 specific. Now, he couldn't find one that was 78 specific, so they gave me $850 for the wiring harness. It was really actually easy to deal with. They didn't have a lot of questions. The app was really smooth. So everything was really easy. It just, they didn't quite pay out what I think that they probably should have. I don't know. I mean, they're not in it to, make you make money. They're in it to make you whole again. And so that's the parts that they found, even though they might not have been the parts I found. And the labor really is what I was kind of disappointed in what they said for the labor. But the good news is the car's not a total write-off, so it won't have a salvage title or anything like that. Now I've just got to decide, do I want to fix it or do I want to be done with it? This car is a lot of fun, but it had absolutely no sentimental type stuff for me. It wasn't a car I dreamt of or anything like that. So I don't know. That's kind of undecided and in the air. Overall though, working with Hagerty, it was really easy. They told me even if they did a complete write-off on it, if I fixed it myself and went through, sent them the pictures of it all fixed and everything like that, I'd be able to insure it through them again with no problem. You just have to prove that it was fixed. I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Should I fix it? Should I sell it as it is? Should I take the drivetrain out and put in another project we have and sell it without a drivetrain? I don't know what to do, but I'm honestly not in love with the car. There's nothing wrong with the car. It's, as far as what it is, it ran, drove good. In fact, it was running when it caught fire. Just not what I love. I like the Dart a lot more, and I've got the 69 Roadrunner up there and the 70 Duster that's sassy grass green, a few other things. So do I want to put the time in to fix it? I mean, honestly, I already have most of the parts. I have a 78 Aspen 4-door out here that has the dash and all that. So it really wouldn't be hard to put back together. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think I should do with the car. And then as far as dealing with Hagerty and classic car insurance, really it was smooth. The only complaint is what they offered for labor. Everything else was pretty fair, pretty easy to deal with. Everybody I spoke to was really good, easygoing, sympathetic. So anyway, yeah, let me know, and if anybody wants the Super Coupe, it will be available in one way or another. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.